This is what is happening to the National Hospital as we speak.
So, you get my point.
Yes, sir.
And that is why in this country today, all the major positions are in the hands of people who have links with the president. I spent a long period, as I told you, in detention. And the office of the DSS Director General is on the 4th floor. They detained me on the 5th floor, right on top of his office, because I was his guest, according to them. If you don't speak Hausa, you cannot walk on the 4th floor. You are hearing it. That's how nepotistic that office. So it rendered some of their best brains useless. Are you getting my point? And it is because they are taken after their boss, who has closed his eyes to meritocracy in the country. It's part of why people like us, if I ask you if you know where I come from, you probably don't know. Until I told you today.
Yes, sir.
You don't know my tribe because I'm not here to display tribe.
And we didn't even ask you.
We don't care. Exactly. And we shouldn't care. If Nigeria is going to work, give people who have capacity to run the country, not people who come from your village. Nigeria is not your village. And we must ensure that this country is run as a country where everybody gets a fair share of what they should get, not a country where everybody gets what they want and what they should not get simply because they are related to the minister, the president, or whomever is in charge of the country. I, one period, found out that the Central Bank of Nigeria were hiring the children of the rich in the country. Do you know that some of the people they hired don't even have an office and have never been to work since they were hired in 2016? We exposed all their names. Nothing was done. You go to the NNPC, where Niger Deltans are the ones producing the oil, but the people directing sales and the business of oil are not from the Niger Delta region.
But this one did not start now. I remember during Jonathan.
Yes.
Niger Delta boys were housed in
hotels
Transport
in
Hilton.
Yeah.
You will see them, some of them drunk, dragging Ghana Must Go, money loaded in the Ghana Must Go. They say, now we get government.
Yeah. It is true. And that is why we are asking Nigerians to discard tribalistic and nepotistic leaders. Leaders who only think of their part of the world. And it is because Nigerians are not electing people who are exposed. Sometimes people mistake schooling for education.
Street
Yes.
knowledge.
Schooling is for people who want to get literate. Education is for people who want to serve and see the world. That is what education is all about. A lot of our leaders are people who went to school. They are not educated. You mentioned Jonathan. Jonathan came to Abuja for the first time, I think after they said he became deputy governor. That was the first time he stayed long enough in Abuja. He didn't see beyond the boundaries of his area. When Buhari was overthrown in 1984, he said it himself, that he went back to Dara and he only woke up and listened to VOA Hausa service. You know, I'm not saying Hausa service of VOA is wrong. If I have my way, the language I would choose in this country is Hausa as a lingua franca. And I'm not trying to please Hausa people, but the easiest language to really understand. If you get to the north, you can speak Hausa the same day. You can live in Yoruba land for 40 years and the only thing you know how to speak is Umbati and Oriokwe, you know, because these are difficult languages to get adapted to. Hausa is like Swahili, you know. But I'm just saying that because I'm open-minded. I know somebody will criticize me, oh, you are trying to become slave of the Fulanis. I don't care about
most of
anybody.
Especially,
I don't believe that anybody has power over me.
What's his name? This boy who carry Okpa as his surname. Samuel Okpa. Simon Okpa.
So these are people that we must understand that if we want to live together as a country, want to live together as a people, we must respect each other and respect the fact that it should matter that brain power is central to how we govern ourselves. Because the less attention we pay to brain power and understanding of ourselves, the more you put this country in a cul-de-sac, the more you destroy the country. Yes. The more you don't allow the country to make the progress it should make. And we are all suffering that today. We have a lady in this house today, Barrister Natasha Akpoti Uduaga. I used to know her before she got married. And brilliant woman. But he's facing the worst form of opposition from the governor of his state. And that is why I keep telling our people that it's not enough to be young. Oh. We also need solid young people. Because her state is an example of where a young person is misdirecting governance. Where a young person will do the worst possible thing towards his people. I have seen pay slips before from Kogi State. They are paying 5,000 naira to workers in Kogi State. I've also seen from the EFCC investigation that showed that the governor of Kogi State withdrew over 60 billion in cash. And he's a young person. Very, very young person. So it's not enough to be young. This conversation must not be about, oh, he's the youngest candidate. I'm not contesting this election because I'm the youngest candidate. I'm not the youngest candidate, by the way. There are younger candidates. There's a 38-year-old person who is contesting the presidency in this election. And the older ones, only God knows their age. Some of them claim to be 70, but their schoolmates are 82. You know, some of them claim to be 73. Their younger sister is 85. So it is Nigeria alone that you see that kind of abracadabra. But we need very strong, competent, young people who have understood how the rest of the world has developed over the years, and who can then become the human resources officer of Nigeria, who will hire more competent hands to run every facet of our life in Nigeria. We need great economists. We need great administrators. We need a central bank of Nigeria that understands monetary policy. But the central bank of Nigeria you have today is just the bureau de change of the rich and the connected and the cabal in the country. That's what the central bank is in Nigeria. They are just changing money for people in power. So we need to start now. There is no escape route for this generation than to decide at this time that we want to start moving forward and not backward. Nigeria is a country that has taken one step forward and 10 steps backward. If in 2023 you vote for some of the candidates that are on my suspect list, you have taken 30 steps backward, and you have no chance with their clay foot to take a step forward. And you'll be trapped for another 8 years, because any president that wins the next election will rig himself in the next 4 years as well. That's how they operate.
Suspect to some people too.
Well, you tell me what you suspect me of.
No. You said if Nigerians should vote those
On my suspect list, yes.
The way you term them suspects, same way some people would term you a suspect.
Well, I will be a suspect for good behavior. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And doing good in Nigeria to some people is a crime.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I can attest to that.
Yes.
I'm a victim.
Yes.
I'm a victim. Yes, the number to call if you're there for Inside Nigeria now 090 99 88 77 00. Again, the number to call if you're there for Inside Nigeria now 090 99 88 7700. If you can't day for abroad, including our Bakassi, where then carry dash Cameroon, now plus 234 81 88 89 1011. If you day abroad, even if na border you day Cotonou border, Seme border, put plus once you don't cross to the other side. Now plus 234 81 88 89 1011. Anybody get question for our next president by the grace of God?
Sorry, my brother. Okay, I just want to make a quick correction. When you started about one of the former senator who, on the floor of the National Assembly, actually named some of his colleagues as his name is Diaji Nuhu Aliyu, not Ningi.
Okay.
Yes.
I think it's from Ningi.
No, it's from Niger State.
Yeah, okay.
It's from Ningi is in Bauchi State.
All right.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
that's what I want to correct.
Thank you very much.
Number two, you see, my question is very simple because I'm sure most people would come from that angle. Do you believe in pan-Nigeria? And if you believe in pan-Nigeria, as in one Nigeria, irrespective of tribe, religion, or creed, with due respect, I am on the team of Larry Arogundade in 84-85.
You sound like one of them. One of the suspects.
Okay, thank you very much. We are both suspect in that,
in that
Keda.
regard.
Thank you very much. My point is this. Those days I was thinking about Nigeria is a unified Nigeria. What are you doing different from others that will go back to where we are coming from? That relationship we had as brothers and sisters, regardless of your tribe or creed. The unionism we found that we were part of those days was nationalistic.
Yes.
How come? How come today we are more divided than where we're coming from? What are you doing different, even in terms of carrying along other Nigerians from other parts in your campaign, in such a way that perchance you are the president of this country, you see Nigeria as one entity? That's my question.
Thank you very much. I wanted to say to you that we in our party AAC just have one of the biggest alliances in this election. And it would interest you that the party we are allied with is a radical People's Redemption Party that Aminu Kano started. That party was registered, I think, in 1978. But it had been in existence even before then as a concept.
But Kola said there was no alliance.
Who said that?
Kola Abiola.
Well, what Kola is saying is that there's no alliance because he has a different alliance with the Lagos people. That's a discussion for another day.
Yes, Elijah.
Yes. But I wanted to say quickly that alone carries a lot of weight because it is known as the party of Talakawas in the north. And I am not just a pan-Nigerian, I'm a pan-Africanist. I am looking forward to a Nigeria that can bring the continent of Africa together as one united entity with one currency, possibly different languages as a federation, just like the US has 50 states. Africa has 54 countries. It's not bigger than a country. If you want to drive from the US, fly from one side of the US to the other, it's about 6 hours. You want to fly from one part of Nigeria to the other, it's about 1 hour, 15 minutes, Lagos to Maiduguri. All those people that tell you Nigeria is big and complex, they have used division as their own political philosophy and policy to get Nigeria against themselves. When they are not using ethnicity, they are using religion. When they are not using religion, they are using hunger and starvation. So bringing Nigeria together as one united entity is something you do with justice and the respect for culture and the rights of the people of Nigeria to live a good life. When I walked into the US, quickly, sir, I forgot where I came from. Because why? My first connection with the US is how to get paid on Fridays. And when I get paid, when I arrived there in 1999, we go out to clubs, we go and have fun, we go to movies. We don't remember where we come from. And if you go to the US, there's no family that's not represented in one city alone, in New York City. But over here, you could go to Kano in 1970 and live without anybody asking you. You could go to Yoruba lands in the Southwest and make it. In fact, some of the biggest northern leaders all had Lagos bases. They had kids that were born in Lagos. Because Nigeria was united on the basis of, the unity was about how to make things work for people. But today, the unity of Nigeria only exists within the governmental levels. Go and look at an EFCC charge sheet when they steal big money. You will see Hausa there, you see Yoruba, you see Igbo. Everybody is represented there. That's the kind of unity that operates in Nigeria, the unity of the thieves. But now we need the unity of the oppressed.
You talked about how long it would take you from Lagos to Maiduguri.
By flight. By flight.
Okay, by flight.
It's about 1 hour, 15 minutes if you're flying.
And then in US from the
East Coast to the West Coast, about 6 hours flight.
Okay, good.
And they have 3 different time zones.
Okay, Alaja.
Your Excellency.
Well, I don't want to be called Excellency because our Excellencies are not excellent people.
Okay. If God confirms it. My name is Hamina Jikobi.
Can you please sit? I feel bad that you're standing up.
Okay.
Please, thank you very much.
Okay. My question is like this, goes like this. Please, what plan do you have for the indigent women? You've been here and you have seen people coming here to ask for one assistance or the other.
Yes.
The widows, the orphans, even the single mothers, just like in the US where you came from. Yeah. What plan? Can you please spell it out for us? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we must look at women from the point of respect. And Nigeria officially discriminates against women. I mean officially, as an official policy. And one of the ways they do it is that Nigeria has a Ministry of Women Affairs. They don't have a Ministry of Man Affairs because they think women are just to be treated with one ministry. The problem with that is that we are not thinking gender equality. We are thinking the conventional way of treating women. But look at it, even in politics. Today, there are more registered women voters than there are men. If you go to a rally, women are the ones who will arrive first. They are the ones who wear the flag and logo of the party. When the party is over, rallies are over, it's the women that will sweep the place.
Sorry,
let me just finish. But so I want to answer.
Let me just draw your attention to something you mentioned.
Yeah.
Excuse me. As a student of law, I do not believe in gender equality.
Wow.
I would rather go for gender equity.
Well, you are just using semantics.
No. Equality. Okay, just continue. I don't want to interrupt you, but there is a great difference between equality and equity.
Well, so we are talking here not from the point of law.
Okay.
All your listeners are not lawyers. Yes, we are talking about we are breaking it down at the smallest levels. You know, what my own understanding as a geographer is equality is making people equal, and women are not treated as equals to men, and we want to make that happen by attending to their needs so that they can get to that place where we don't look down on them. Okay. The truth about society today is that before, men used to support women. Today, women are supporting men because they are more proactive. They are getting the education you don't even think that they can get before, and you can't cage them anymore. We must live with that. So, but she's asking about what are the welfare programs we have for the disadvantaged in the country. And I must tell you, the best way to treat our citizens is to see everybody as disadvantaged, but of different categories, of course. And widows.
Brekete.
Yes. Widows, single mothers, people with disabilities are special cases. And what we are planning to do when we come into office in 2023 is to set up funds that people can access, that we make them have support within the system. It's part of what we want to create is a welfare state. They will argue that it's too expensive for you to create a welfare state, because the question they ask me all the time is, where would you get the money from? But why don't we ask where the Accountant General of the Federation got $150 billion from? The EFCC proudly announced this month, Naira. It could be dollars too. You don't know how much this guy steal. The EFCC proudly announced today, it's in their bulletin, that they have recovered 30 billion. We are supposed to clap that somebody who stole 150 billion has just returned 30 billion. The other time they claimed that they collected $900,000 from him, meaning that he stole in different currencies. Maybe next time we hear that they recovered some 30,000 Deutschmark. I don't know how his bedroom looks like, but the guy is an international thief. Obviously, what fella call international thief. So, bottom line is to create these funds as a policy that will last longer than this current era, for everybody who is a Nigerian to be able to access some form of social security support in the country, whether you know somebody or not, to have and say, look, at the end of the month, you must be able to have a card that enables you to spend not less than 50,000 naira to feed yourself, your children, and move around. For the people with disability, we must put in place structures, including in our public buses, airports, that says if you are getting off a bus, you should be able to, the bus that belongs to the federal government or in which the federal government invests must have assistance for you to get on and get out. I flew with a guy who is an architect from Asaba yesterday. He's an architect. When he wanted to get out, because he has disability, some disability. I don't call it disability. They're just special populations. He couldn't get out. He told the airline, "Please, can I get out?" They said, "We are coming." That "we are coming" was another 20 minutes. I had to wait with him and help him get off the plane.
Let's appreciate.
Yes.
Maybe it was because you stood your ground that even made them attend to him within that 20
They
minutes.
did not attend to him. Get my point. I was the one who assisted him by walking behind him to make sure he doesn't tip over, because he's using two crutches, and there is no assistance.
Which airline is this?
It's the Airpeace. I'm mentioning it here. They don't have any form of assistance for persons with disability to get on or off the plane. They are supposed to have a special disembarkment for those citizens, and it is motorized. They will just sit and they will go down. If it's in the US and other places, nobody can get off that plane until that person is out first.
Yes.
That's how to give respect to people, this special population, because I don't like to call them disabled people. The so-called disabled people in Nigeria are the ones who have been winning gold for us at the Olympics.
Yes.
The able-bodied people, they don't win nothing. But when they come out, we give them no respect. And the country must have policies that work for them, but not just policies on paper, but policies that are implemented. Widows, people that have all kinds of disadvantages in our society, whether they are able-bodied or not, ought to have a standing social security policy. I want to announce here that when I got to the US, I got admission into one of the most expensive universities in the US, Columbia University. I did not tell my parents because they will ask me what is wrong with me attending a university that I know I cannot afford. I attended the University of Lagos. It was 40 naira school fees. My parents could not afford it in 1989. But when I got there, the day I got there, they gave me a number of paperwork to fill. By evening, I had more than enough money.
Ma'am.
By evening, I had more than enough money, not only to pay my school fees through combination of loans and grants, I had enough money to rent a house, and if I wanted a car, I could buy from the assistance offered by a government that is not even the government of my country. But when I was in Nigeria, my country was busy expelling me from the university for fighting against military rule. He knows about this. I spent 6 years at the University of Lagos, expelled twice, because we're fighting Babangida and later on Abacha. Nobody expelled me in the US. I spent 2 years, and none of the lecturers went on strike while I was there. After that, I was enrolled into the food stamp system. What the food stamp is, it's like your credit card. They have already placed money in it at the end of the month. You walk into any restaurant and use it to buy food. I have what they call the Medicaid system. It is a card also that if I'm sick, I go to the hospital, they will treat me for free, regardless of what is wrong with me. In Nigeria, do we have any of those things? We don't. But the system has become a welfare system for the rich. Those who own big companies, the so-called rich people in Nigeria, they get 16 trillion naira of waivers. They have tax breaks. They don't even pay taxes anyways, because they are only using connection. And some of them that claim to be the richest people on the continent of Africa, if an ordinary goat has access to the kind of connection and funding that they get from the government, he will become a billionaire too. That's the truth. I think you have a question.
Yes. My name is Innocent Igwebike Oji. My question is this. Nigeria border is so porous that everything comes in and everything goes. What will you do if you become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to control the borders?
No, we are going to. Who is the secretary here? Write down the questions. We're going to take like 4, 5, 6 questions.
Right.
Then he, yes. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Madam President, sir.
Nahumi Anamdevanoso.
My name is Barrister Adebowale Tinubu, sir.
Barrister Adebowale Tinubu, the international lawyer, aka the master planner, aka the man with the reconnect children with their papa give their mama belle for Nigeria, can't run abroad, aka the man with the teacher Nigerian political magomago for Ekiti State. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam President, sir.
We,
Madam President, thank you for having a show here on our program today.
how is London, first of all?
Yeah, London is cold today. It's -2 degrees today. So
-2?
It's cold. Yes, sir.
When our own would reach our own. Now our own are plus something.
Well, Larry, I would like to bring it back to our one of our cases that we did, and I would like to show appreciation to Showore on that case. You remember Richard Closer case?
Yes.
Richard Closer, because
The German man that Zamfara State Governor refused to pay his money. Did Showore take the story?
Yeah, I went to Showore, and when I went to Showore, I discussed with him online. Showore was thinking then that I collected money from the man for him to publish his story. But after some questions, he now believe that I did not take anything from the man, but he did help us to publish his story, which I will say a big thank you.
Let's appreciate Showore.
Then number 2, my question goes this way. I want to ask Showore, does he believe in Nigeria? And number 3, Showore, you believe in Nigeria, you want to rule Nigeria. Have you forgotten? One of these days, you were going around defacing the government property by writing graffiti on all some part of the government property. So if you are doing this, that means you do not believe in Nigeria and you want to rule Nigeria. So if you want to rule Nigeria, must you be doing all these things, even all the rallying and all those things, as you want to rule Nigeria? Do you think that it is proper for you to be involved in this kind of things in Nigeria? That is my question. Thank you, sir.
Well, okay, thank you. But I can even answer one of the questions for him, even he will not be comfortable with the answer. Showore is a Nigerian and he has the right to show his grievances. He did not destroy any government property. He wrote something on them, and then they can go and clean what he wrote. Simple. Even in the U.S., we... Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, what's your name? Where you develop from?
My name is Madam Hannah, Governor of Andamogo Foundation. Andamogo Charitable Organization in Nigeria.
Where?
And Andamogo
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Colorado.
You are calling from Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I did hear you.
I want to ask Oga Showore some questions. Hello?
In they hear you. Go ahead. Now 1 minute you get to. Everybody now 1 minute.
All right. Oga Showore, first of all, I want to thank you for believing in Nigeria, for the struggle you've been struggling, for not giving up on us as a nation, for knowing that we are smart and intelligent, and if we fight hard, we will overcome our oppressors. My question is this. Having seen all this, what are you doing currently with your people on ground to ensure that this election is free and fair, and with that you could become our next president?
Okay, thank you very much, man. Thank you. You have jotted down the question. Hello, good morning from Colorado.
Hi. Good morning. My name is Ufola.
From where?
From Germany.
Okay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah,
okay.
Good morning. I have questions to ask.
You are talking off the mic.
Yeah?
You are talking off the mic. Position the phone. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. So, I'm calling from Germany because I'm just watching, and I want to ask a question about children. What is it going to do for the children? Because a lot of children are out there. So even I keep on asking myself, because I travel to Nigeria, I see, like here we have child benefits, whereby they give to parents to take care of their kids, even though their parents are working. So my concern goes on kids, children, because you will see these politicians coming to Europe. I keep on asking, when they are coming down from the aeroplane, or what will I say, do they close their eyes when they are coming down to the country? Because everything is organized, everything is being fixed. You will see a kid going to school. Do you know that in the north, when the children want to write SSC, they don't pay. But in the southern, the southern people used to pay SSC, GC, but in the north, the government pays for them. So all these things, they should stop it.
Not
because
all northern states. Not all northern states.
Because, sorry.
Not all northern states. Not all northern states, ma.
Okay. So my concern is about the children, because when you check, some parents, some children, their parents used to sell maybe fish, hawk, and the money is too much, 40-something, 50,000 to write just SSC.
Okay.
Here in Europe, you don't pay nothing.
Thank you very much.
The child that goes to school will finish.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Waiting be your name, where you develop from, waiting be your contributor, 1 minute. Oh, no. What is your name, please?
My name is Ebola. I'm calling from Sweden. Who am I speaking with? Is this ordinary president?
Well done, sir. Amen. We they hear you. He just called to do hembe. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. My ordinary president. Good morning, sir.
Yes, waiting be your name, Vano.
Yeah, good morning, sir. I'm calling from Germany. My name is Monday. I call from Germany.
Monday from Germany.
Well done, sir.
Quickly.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for your good work. So my question to our brother, our father, because he follow me, my father, and our great leader. So my question to him is, what is supposed? I want to ask this question. What will he do concerning the identity card? Because all the country, even Senegal, they have, all the citizens have identity cards.
Yes.
What will he do concerning that to him? Is that important or not? That is what I want to ask.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Should we take more, sir?
Maybe one more.
Okay, one more. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Waiting be your name. Where are you Devano from?
My name is Ifani Adevano from this day.
Apoduse. Ifeanyi. Waiting be your contributor.
First of all, I want to greet you, Oga. I really like this process. Where I follow this program, God changed my life. I really like the work of God where God did use before.
Okay.
The way you torchlight these people, I like them. May God give you the wisdom and strength to make us, how can I put it, make us to achieve what we need to achieve from this world.
Amen. Thank you.
That is all I have to say for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes,
Yes.
Make you answer this one before we take more.
Yeah. The first person who called, you've answered him. I have spent a good chunk of my life.
And a word of caution, please. Restrain yourself from using some kind of vulgar words like thief and the rest, please.
You know, say, if you live in a country where they don't thief everything where you get, including even your destiny, you should not be afraid to say it.
But here,
I'm just saying, because
we have an obligation here.
I know, but I just tell you, say we don't tire. We don't tire. They don't push us enter wall. We don't enter the wall. Come on the other side. They still get bomboro. They wait for the hole. Anyway, I get your point.
Thank you.
So the person who asks about belief in Nigeria and graffiti, I can't believe that the person is in London, where is the home of protest. As we are talking now in this code, people are protesting that it's not cold enough. That's how some of them they do. They protest about things that are not even relevant. I've been go one US university 1 year. I just come up from Nigeria. As a student leader, they like fight for here. They talk to them. Their problem different from what they talk about. They were talking about how to change the bulb in their university to energy-friendly bulb. You know, that's what they are fighting for.
And you no get light.
And I come from country we no get light. If we get light, what concern bulb as of 1999. But now you realize people have relevant reasons where they protest, and they go carry graffiti put everywhere. In fact, in the UK recently, they were trying to make laws to restrict people from blocking roads during protests. So to just say graffiti for somebody where they express himself, I hope say we go talk. Me and him go to get my number. I go wire up some free advice, not be beaten. And there was a lady that called from Colorado, said, what are we doing to make the election free and fair? And this is very important, because until elections are free and fair, good people can't win election.
Free, fair, and credible.
Good people cannot win election in Nigeria. That's the truth. But I think the solution is electronic voting. And I'm surprised that we are still stuck in the past. Brazil just had an election recently. And by 12 noon, they had a TV station devoted to the counting of the votes. As you are voting, it's showing on the TV screen. By 12 noon, everybody knew who the winner of the election was. And you didn't need to travel from Abuja to Enugu to vote.
Somebody
vote
shared
on-
me Google the year Brazil got its independence. Continue.
Yes. No, Nigeria was doing better than Brazil
No,
in the
don't
70s.
worry.
Yes.
I know the point I'm trying to
Yes.
make. Just continue.
So free and fair election will be guaranteed with technology. India has over 1.something billion citizens. They vote in elections, and the elections are counted. People rarely go to court because the process is transparent. You get my point? So the way our election processes are situated is very complicated for people to look at the number of polling agents a political party or candidate need. 176,000 polling units. If you are paying, you do the calculation. If you are paying your polling agents just to buy water, 1,000, tell me the amount of money it will cost a political party or candidate. Whereas with technology, you don't need polling agents. You stay in your house, you vote. If we can do financial transactions on our phone, why can't we vote with our devices? And these things are counted immediately, and we know the results. And you don't have to be intimidated, because a lot of people in Nigeria who don't vote are afraid of going to the polling units. They have become death centers or injury centers. So it is going to be electronic voting that will solve that problem eventually, where I can sit in my home or on my bed or in the bathroom and vote for a candidate of my choice without even telling my wife if I don't want to. You know, because that also guarantees the secrecy that is required for elections to be credible. That you can make a decision without interference from
Please,
a
let's
third party.
appreciate this.
So, with regards to children, I think that person made a very powerful submission. I think she called from Germany. The solution is to guarantee our kids free education. And it has been said that if you fear free education, the cost of ignorance, you go feel them. All these 20 million children, where they beg them now, may they sponsor go school for free, where they not here. If they not disturb them in 10 years' time, they not go let their children rest in 20 years' time. Because 20 million children will not go school. If they take to crime, nobody will stay for this country.
Not disaster.
And we don't make this mistake plenty of time. When I've been a grow up, now free education I get from southwestern part of Nigeria. Now make me they sit down in front of you today. Otherwise, maybe na palm wine I go to tap for Ondo State. I don't know, but it's true. But in my time, for secondary school as we dey enter, eraser, boku, math set, boku, all the literature books where Nigerian writers write, including the ones where they write for Kenya and Guinea. Anybody know Kamara Lai? Yeah, Whip Not Child, don't go get what you go. All those books, they boku for there. But today, I don't even think anybody they study literature like we they study when we did secondary school, because nobody can afford the books. So we just engage in photocopying books of other people. Sometimes the lecturer where they photocopy books give you don't know the title of the book. Because now the photocopy of the photocopy weighing gets now sell to you. So we have to invest in education. We have no option. If we can spend 14,000 naira per day on prisoners, we should be able to spend 20,000 naira per day on our children that are going to school. So that allocation is compulsory, and we must do it now. ID cards come from data that are collected, especially biodata from our citizens. And I'll tell you that contrary to what some people will tell you, there is enough data in Nigeria. In fact, Nigeria is going through data abuse. Why? Our data is not supposed to be collected by private institutions. But today, in this country, phone company go collect your data, biodata, your fingerprints. Passports go collect your data.
Yes.
INEC go collect your data. The university will collect your data. NIPSI will collect your data. The driver's license people will collect. There are about 8 to 10 institutions that are collecting data.
Sorry, eventually. Now INEC don't give me my permanent voter's card. Eventually,
yes,
with mistake on top, with error. But at least I go use them with error.
So
my house address, wrong address. Continue.
Yes. But you see, we are supposed to harmonize all this data.
After 11 years.
Eliminate the multiple data collection points. Have data security, because some of our data might end up in wrong hands if they have not already done that. And with the data we have already, it's clear that we have enough information about
Mr.
a good percentage of our citizens.
Foreigners are in Nigeria claiming to be Nigerians,
yes,
Cotonou, Ghanaians, and the rest.
It was the issue of the border that somebody asked here. Our borders are porous. It is true. I've experienced it. I call myself a border rat as well, because during our pro-democracy day and until recently, I used to pass through the legal borders to enter Nigeria to avoid DSS. They have me on their database as one. They have had me on their database since the 90s when I was a student union leader.
So you will sneak in.
At the sneak in Benin Republic, the part of Benin Republic, the Ogun State side, there is a house that the front is Nigeria, the back is Benin Republic. You just pass through their parlor. You are in Nigeria, you pass through the parlor. I'm not making this up. Some now Okada, some now bicycle. So in the border, in the Benin Republic area, they are probably not, and there is also water that you can just enter boats. You are in Nigeria. So we have a border security issue. But we must also recognize that we are in the West African region where Nigeria being empowered or prosperous will also impact on our neighbors. So we cannot just close the border. You can't erect a wall just like that, because there are also ECOWAS protocols guiding the movement of persons. And we must recognize, because we signed to these protocols. But the truth is that if our border security people are doing their job, we'll be able to safeguard the border enough to protect our country.
Thank you.
Yes, if they are doing their job. Because this data we are talking about is very, very necessary, that you know who your citizens are, you have their database, and you can use the database to work with them. What I will propose, and I will do as president, is to reduce all the data collection points. Make it the job of NIPSI.
A central.
Yes. Your NIN should be the first most important primary data identification for you. And I will also eliminate all this electoral, INEC running ID card. It's not the job of INEC to be running ID card. Somebody should be able to vote with his NIN.
Simple.
It's as simple as that, because it already contains all the information you have. So just give enterprise access from banks, from INEC and other. So you should be able, if you vote, if you have your NIN or a passport, an international passport, is enough identification. All this multiplicity of identification
waste of money.
Is waste of money, and they know why they are doing it, because it brings in a lot of money for the agencies that are doing it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, Your Excellency, distinguished Ambassador Potopoto, the Brekete family ambassador in France. Good morning.
Good morning, Ordinary President. May the peace of the Lord always be with you now.
Amen, and you too, sir.
Ordinarily, it is better to discuss difficulties than to pretend you don't have.
Oh, it is better to discuss difficulties than to pretend you don't have.
Yes, we have a lot of problems. Say electricity and relationship, they have the same meaning, but different spelling. And two of them, they shock.
Okay, electricity and relationship.
Yes, sir.
How they take the shock?
You don't say the shock.
I don't know.
You know, leave me.
Okay, I'll leave you.
You see, the issue of our society still lingers on because of great problems. Mr. Shehu, see where I want to ask you. You get the thing where hold us for area 1, where they pull us. Now that thing be people who they above the law. How can you deal with it?
I hope you know where is area 1 in human body.
No, I don't know, because this one are different republics.
Show them where your area 1 day.
Sure, sir.
Okay, see, sir, middle belt.
Okay.
The pipe and the 2 jerry cans. That is area 1.
Okay.
And the 2 jerry cans are zone 2. So thank you very much, sir.
What was his question
because
about
in
area 1?
mathematics, this is the shortest distance between 2 leaves. How can we solve these problems?
Okay, that's the question. How do we solve Nigeria's problem?
Okay. Not Nigeria's area 1.
No, he say na people where they above the law for this country.
Yes.
Now then the problem we hold us for area 1.
Okay.
So how can we solve the problem of people when we say then they above the law we hold us for area 1?
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
each is the shortest distance between 2 leaves.
Thank you very much. Make we appreciate them.
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my honorary president.
Waiting be your name, where you develop from?
My name is Messi Nimeti. I develop from Finland.
Okay, how Finland today?
We are fine, sir. Just the code.
Waiting be your contributor.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Showore, like we that are in diaspora, like this coming election, now we cannot vote. I just want to ask him, if he is in power, what can he do to help us? We wait there and we feed the vote.
Thank you.
The other countries where they do.
When I go just they look them like say when I no come out from country. Ghanaians go deal with Nigerians, then go vote. Cameroonians go deal with Nigerians abroad, they go vote. But Nigerians go they look like local. Even Niger. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. God bless you. Finland. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
Yes, sir. Now who me and I'm Devano, what will be a contributor?
Devano with Jamil Mohammed. Mazi from Italy, my ordinary.
Ngoke de mangoke marama.
My ordinary president.
Na kedu. Asim kedu. Mazi.
My ordinary.
Inanu henne.
No. Yes, I hear you, my ordinary.
Ngwanu.
You know my question. You know, say you don't bring Al Mustafa, bring SDP, bring this one. My question would show Werena one thing. I want to ask him. You see, problem of Nigeria since 1960 today, the thing never finished. We still they go on. But my question, what is the solution?
Which particular problem? Because the problem many.
My problem in this e-world, in this digital world, how can electricity and how can he manage our police and our civil servants? Because all this corruption, you see, civil servant, police. That be my question.
And you no go blame the civil servants and police. What is the government doing to upgrade their lives? Thank you. I'm not supporting corruption.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Min wa alaikum assalam.
Barka da asuba, muna lafiya.
Lafiya.
Da Allah ranke da dai. Wallahi ina cikin wani hali ne na rashin lafiya ga sabon haihuwa an yi mun. Inda muke on completed building ne. Yanzu abin da za a ci ma wallahi mai jogon abin da za a ci ma ya gagara.
Mai gida don Allah
na neman a taimaka mu. Da hawan jini yana damuna.
Don Allah kada ka jizga mu cikin jama'a.
Na?
Kada ka taba jin yamuri ko bayarabe ya bugo ya ce matar shi ta haihu abinda za a ci babu. In ma za ka iya wannan magana a rediyo za ka yi? In ba don kana son kawai ka ci mana mutunci cikin jama'a ba? Yau ka bata ciki yau ta haihu? Waye ta ya ka bata ciki? Kada ka sake bugo min waya ka gaya mu irin wannan magana. Ka san ba ka da yadda ka iya kake ɗirka mata ciki? Ka kiyaye ni. Ka yi sa'a ba a mari ta waya ne wallahi. No, I just sing one song for Hausa language. He just tell me saying from one place for north. Now they tell a historical background of the northern parts of the country. Una hembe lembe.
Oh lo lo lo.
Percy we know you know. Percy we no. Thank you.
Even me, I know ordinary president. I been want to ask some question.
Who you want to ask question?
Your guest. Make I not ask him.
You go ask him, but make we take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ordinary president.
Nahumi Anamdevan also.
It's me, Pastor Celestine from Greece.
Pastor Celestine from how engine oil? You know they go anywhere,
okay.
Madam.
We thank God.
Okay, I will so release you. Sorry.
First of all, I want to appreciate the Lord because of what you are doing for our people in Nigeria. I want to thank you so much. And since you begin to bring all these presidential aspirants, I think the eyes of Nigerian people is opening now.
Yes, people don't understand.
We are from Mustafa to Showele now. We have learned a lot, even yesterday. So I say, may God continue to protect you and empowering you in every side in Jesus' name.
Amen. And you too, sir. Sorry.
Are you hearing me, sir?
I they hear you. I say, amen.
Okay. So, sir,
answer
what I want to ask you, thank God you have traveled outside. You live outside Nigeria for a long time. You know how things are working around. But one thing we observe in our nation, if not our continent, is our people don't have they don't care about life, how to kill human beings, how people are dying, no matter whether from the authority or from individual, how people are dying, how the authority are killing people like they are killing chicken. So what are you going to do if God help you to become the president of Nigeria? What kind of law are you going to bring out that will make any life, any individual life to matter for us, so that people will not die like the way our people are killing each other now?
Celestine,
what can you do? What kind of law are you going to bring out?
Celestine from Greece.
Sir.
You know, say Greece no far from engine oil. No,
I know,
you see, I'm from your tone, I can tell you are from the east. Are you Igbo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you notice waiting Simon Ekpa, that's a 5-day sit at home when you do. How many people they don't kill for East?
Sir, I can't hear you, sir.
I say, you know about Simon Ekpa, that coward waiting for Finland. We give order of sit at home where they begin to kill innocent people for East.
Yes, sir.
Let's assume now the authority, the Nigerian government decides they won't take action. If Nigerian government do something to them, you no go complain, say Nigerian government no do well?
Sir, what I want to let you understand is that before Simon Ekpa begin what he was saying, there is something that triggers it.
Now, I'm not talking about the trigger. I'm talking about giving orders for people to be killed, innocent people. You ask them not to come out. You are not a government. You are not an authority.
As a minister, sir, as a minister, this is what I preach to my members. I didn't support anybody to waste any individual life because we are not the giver of life. So whatever anybody is saying concerning take somebody's life, I cannot support it, and I will not be able to support it.
Okay.
So
thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, should we take more calls? Okay, Ogaranya, you want to ask question?
Okay, just 2 questions, and then I think I'll take the first one. In development, we have people that are inventors, we have innovators, and we have critics. And the same thing in governance. You have people who provide a leadership, and you also have activism. Now, for you, where is the transition between governance and activism. That's for you. That's one. Then the second question is that everybody who comes tells you, I will fire you, I will water you in the next 6 months. I will turn around Nigeria. But there is no argument whether we have our economy has issues as we speak. So, and I believe you are not arguing about that. We have serious economy issues. So, where are you expecting specifically to get the money to do this, which you said you will do? You have talked about the monies in people's hands or stolen, like the accountant, former accountant general you mentioned. But so far, that money is still in his hand, has not been recovered. And you are expected to perform whether that money is recovered or not. Whether it has been burnt, whether they were part of the ones mutilated, whether they have moved out of Nigeria. Where exactly are you expecting to get the money to do the things you're promising you will do, so that it won't be like those former promises that will tell us, we will water you, we will fire you, and then when they get in, we don't see water. We only see fire.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Barrister, you want to go? Good morning.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
Yes, waiting be your name, where you develop from, waiting be your contributor.
My name is Sonia, I'm calling you from Abuja.
Okay.
Yes, I want to ask our presidential aspirant, sir. From the time of Awolowo and Azik, we have been hearing promises of to give us the good roads, free education, and all other promises.
The same thing we consultant Ike just talk now.
So all these promises, how are we going to believe him that all what he's saying is going to do it?
That is the reason why we have created this platform to sign a social contract with them. They are saying it, people are listening, we have the tapes and records on ground. When they get into office, we use this to measure their performances and their successes.
My ordinary sir.
Sir?
When they get to the office, they will turn tiger.
We won't allow that. Gone are the days when somebody will come into office and turn tiger. He get rat poison when they kill tiger. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. They try them, they go hear them. Yes, Barrister Ogo.
Okay, good morning, my ordinary president.
Morning,
we welcome our guests in a special way. I've heard so much about you, and your slogan has been revolution now. So I want to know, if you become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, how do you intend to achieve that? Is it by restructuring or by force? Knowing that this is a democratic system of government, because if you hear that revolution now, it looks autocratic somehow. Yes, sir. Are you going to carry the people along to make sure you achieve it, or you are going to do it by activism or by force?
Thank you. Now, okay. Ebony, sorry.
Good morning, my president. Good morning, sorry. You're welcome, sir. My name is Yankee Rai. That's my company name anyway. If you notice in this country that one state or the other have been blessed with either one mineral resources or the other. Take example from my state, we have salt, we have rice, cement, and name them. I don't know how you intend to manage this God-given gift that are causing us problem one way or the other. And secondly, the NNPC, in quote, our oil, I don't know how they are managing it. All we see is like the NNPC that you've seen in central area, a fine befitting beauty, and staffs, they're paying them for doing nothing. I don't know how you intend to manage that. And the second one is you've been in the US for a very long time, and I know this same-sex marriage. How do you intend to manage the one in Nigeria? Thank you very much.
That is Bobriscology. Okay. Yes, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for these great questions. Interestingly, the last question and the first question are similar. That is your zone 1 and zone 2 analogy. But the interesting thing about same-sex marriage and the zones is that, there's a Yoruba saying that if fly perch on top your zone 2, you must use strategy to either drive them away or the zone 2 go hurt you. With regards to same-sex marriage, my position is that Nigeria has so much problems to deal with. So much. Economic problems, social problems, cultural problems. And it seems to me like it's the wrong, set of priorities to be worried about who person they sleep with for inside the room. For Nigeria to turn itself to a bedroom police, going after people's choice of sexual partners is something that makes it look as if
absolutely immoral.
Well, when I say this, I am telling you that my priority will be about things that matter to the country.
Okay, not that
and not
one.
to be policing who people are saying. Considering honestly that even some of the people that made the gay marriage law, they themselves are gays in this country. They're just in the closet. They haven't come out because the country doesn't allow them.
You don't have any evidence to back that up.
Well, I haven't mentioned names.
But you can't just make a blanket accusation like that.
Some of them. I didn't say all of them.
Even if some of them, give us evidence.
Well, if you want to see them, if you handle them.
Yes.
So, I'm coming from the bottom. And our brother from Ebonyi, he was talking about mineral resources, agriculture, and oil. Our position on the NNPC is that it should not have become a private company. And as a political party, the AAC will renationalize the NNPC. It is the company of our people, and it will return to the people. The reason is that the NNPC as it is a complete, corrupt, bottomless pit in Nigeria. It was said that since the beginning of this year, I think it was a Minister of Finance or someone who was saying that the NNPC has not, the central bank governor, that the NNPC has not deposited a kobo into the federation account. Whereas oil prices have gone up in the last, crude oil prices have gone up in the last few years in this country. Probably the last 2 years, they are not selling below $90 per barrel. So where is our own fraction of this money going to? It's going into private pockets. The NNPC is also, on behalf of Nigeria, invested in the NNLG. This is the Nigeria Natural Liquefied Gas Company. And the NLG is one of the most profitable companies in the world. Yes, because now in particular that Ukraine and Russia are fighting, gas prices have gone up. I understand that the prices of gas is fixed ahead of time. But what it means is that there's huge demand on our gas. Where is our own gas money going into? The last time they declared money and paid into the federation account was in 2015 when we got $4.6 billion from NNLG.
2015 was the last time.
When the Buhari regime came, they publicly said we are owing Nigeria $4.6 billion, and they paid it. And that's a lot of money.
So
ever since
from
then,
that time till now,
they have not made any public declaration as to how or if they even paid. The problem is that in 2015, they paid directly to the regime. But I think after that, they've reverted to their old strategy of paying through the NNPC. And the NNPC is just quaffing the money as usual. As we are here, because there's a question about how do you get money? if NNLG is giving us billions of dollars as our own money, as part of our own investment, return on investment, we should not be complaining and borrowing $3 billion from China at only God knows interest rates. You get my point? The money that belongs to Nigeria that are hidden in the wrong places is unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
I have it on authority that the revenue mobilization body in the country has also found out that federal government organizations, that's MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies of government, that are revenue generating, are paying the Nigerian government 11 trillion short of what we should be getting.
11 trillion short.
Yes. This is not my position, it's the position of government. Yes. Oil companies are owing royalties and taxes to the federal government up to about $4.6 billion that have not been paid. You can Google this. When I mentioned it at the presidential town hall meeting, they said it has been paid down to 2-point-something billion. Where is the 2-point-something billion? If we get that, are we going to be borrowing left and right and center to the point that we are borrowing Nigeria back to the Stone Age? These are questions we must ask ourselves as to where to find money, and not be questioning and querying where are we going to get money. There's money everywhere. The problem is that they are in the wrong hands and not in the right accounts that belongs to the people of Nigeria. I can keep reeling out how much we could make from running a transparent and accountable government, because that's key. Is that Nigeria must know where its money is available and must secure it and collect it. Somebody was right by saying that the accountant general, we are not likely to get the 150 billion naira back from him. What we should have done in the first place is not to create a society where somebody, a single individual, can steal 150 billion. Because the moment the money gets into his hand, he will hire the best lawyers, 2 sets of lawyers, the one that knows the law and the one that knows judges. And before you know it, this case will just perish within the system.
So
in fact,
2 sets of lawyers.
Yes.
That's the one that knows the law.
Yes.
And the one that knows the judges.
That's how Nigeria operates. Our barristers can testify to it, but I know it will be contempt of court if they say it on your show. So they might be unwilling to disclose it. But those of us who are regular defendants in our courtrooms, we know it. You go to some court, lawyers will be winking at lawyers. I mean, the judges. Yes. Yes. I have sat in those courtroom before.
And you caught them winking.
Yes, I caught them winking. In fact, one of the lawyers who was prosecuting me, when I got out of the dock, I went to him. I said, "Why are you winking at
the judge?"
Because the judge is a married judge. He laughed, but he knew what I was saying. And the moment the winking was done, things were going against me. And I went to him.
Just winking.
Yes. You know, some of them have strategic ways they sit in court. They will say to the judge, when I get into the courtroom, this is where I will sit perpendicular to you. And you will just be seeing injustices up and down.
Okay, fast forward. Leave
to fast forward this, our brother mentioned development, and he said every development goes through 3 stages. You have innovation, which you call inventors, and what's the second one?
You have the inventors, you have the innovators,
yeah, but our own system doesn't go through those conventional means. Yes, we might have innovators here, but the next set of people are not going to promote innovation very far. They are pretenders. They will come and make it look as if they love the innovation. You know, they will dress, they will talk right, and that is partially why people look at activists sometimes and say, this one will soon become like the other activists way, don't pretend, enter government.
When you start exposing some things and making noise, they say, don't worry. After a while,
you will calm down. You know, and in most cases, some of the activists where they make noise, they don't calm down, enter government. Then they will now come to Abuja and they will tell you that they are observing table manners. That when you are eating, you don't talk.
Some are ministers.
Yes, today. I'm glad you said that. And all of them are observing table manners now.
I knew you were going to say
yes.
that.
So they are not talking because they are eating. But some of them will still choke on the bar where they chop.
1 minute. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Nahumi and I'm Devano. Where you Devano from?
Devano from Scotland. My name is Joy. Good morning.
You Devano from where?
Good morning,
Good morning.
From where?
Great man. God bless you, Sowore. You are a great man, eh?
From where is she calling from?
Thank you.
I get 2 questions now.
Madam, did you say Cross River or Scotland?
Scotland, sir.
Oh, yeah, go ahead with your question. I hear Cross River, Scotland.
My 2 questions. One are for Sowore, one are for you, Oga Belembe. And Sowore, God bless you so much. You have been a great person. You don't turn. You are someone I will not call you. Don't turn many things for Nigeria around to make all those politicians say God go carry go here. I don't know. You know, just they get sense more. One thing I want to ask, something you want to about all these religious leaders where they destroy Nigeria, because they join for they destroy Nigeria. They join for make Nigeria someone they hardworking. They don't join people make Nigeria they corrupt. They steal Nigeria. They steal children from Nigeria. They'll steal their children to go make Christmas and rest. Something you go do about these religion leaders, because now you be one person as I say you know the work out and that to church or mosque to mosque. Then I one question. They're waiting when I want to about this Tinubu matter. They say all the corruption, all the everything about Tinubu, nobody they carry Tinubu to cause. Then I want to say the warriors now because we'll see one bad leader they come out, we'll see the support and we'll see the dance follow.
What did you say is your name? Madam?
Madam. Presidential aspirant they do.
Madam?
Yes.
We are not here to demarket anybody. Sowore is here to sell. Listen to me. Listen to me. Excuse me. Don't spoil my program. Sowore is here to sell himself just the way other people have been here and they sold themselves. It's up to you to come. Excuse me, please. The day Tinubu will come here, you can ask him questions.
Okay.
Are you with me? I will not allow them to ask Sowore questions about another person. And when Sowore is not here, nobody will...
Sorry for the question. I was going to say the pepper person. Sorry. Okay. If you invite Tinubu and Buhari, I will be very happy for you to make invite those 2 people.
Buhari is not coming, but Tinubu, Kwankwaso was here. Atiku is coming. All of them, 18 of them are coming.
Okay.
Yes. Are we even asking Peter Obi to come back? We're asking Kwankwaso to come back again. And Al-Mustafa is coming back as well, by the grace of God.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for responding to me. Thank you very much.
Next time,
too much.
Madam, calm down, please. Next time, if body they pepper you, control yourself.
Won't keep it for you.
Go marry.
I've been married woman.
Oh yeah, make your husband doing work.
They do night work.
Hey, night work. Okay, I can understand why she is parrying. Make we appreciate my sister. Her husband, they do night work. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable President.
Yes, sir. Waiting be your name. Where are you from? Waiting be your contributor.
My name is Francis. I'm calling from France, sir.
Okay, Francis from France. Father Francis fried yam and something fried something. Yes.
Honorable President, please, I know. I just want to say something, sir. I want to appreciate you.
Thank you, sir,
for empowering Nigerians. I'm a beneficiary to what the knowledge and the things you have been doing in this country.
Thank you, sir.
Just like Sowore said it, every Nigerian that traveled, no matter even if you are being born in that country or you are being born in outside the country but you have a Nigerian blood, that Nigerian will never leave. And you are somebody, my president, that has made a lot of Nigerians to know their rights. You have empowered us, me personally, you have not seen me one-on-one, but only this your radio program and television has made me to recover things that they have collected from me just because of what can you do, who do you know. Just a phone call that I called like the family, they hear it on the news and all that. Ordinary President, you have empowered Nigerians by giving them knowledge. That is why I keep saying that I don't even see why a lot of people will be talking about poverty, most of the areas of youth. When there is a program that is empowering people in terms of education, in terms of schools, I mean, in terms of something you can do with your hands, which is skills. You have empowered Nigerians by giving them an idea that there is a lot that they have within themselves. That is for you, sir. There is a more that can say so. I have a question I want to ask Showore, sir. God bless you, Showore, for coming to the studio, and may God bless you, President, for bringing everybody in the studio. I want to ask you a question.
Showore, you are not responding to them.
Answer. Regarding to the people that we give, the contractors that we are giving a contract to construct road, and none of the federal road being constructed or state road that is being constructed, that there is a provision made that each road becomes with at least up to 15 to 10 years warranty. That is one. Number two, there is no provision made, like if you are driving like up to 10 to 15 kilometers or even 10 kilometers, I decided to say I want to rest, to refresh myself, fill my gas, not private people, but under government. What can you do regarding of that? That is one question. The number two question, sir. What are you going to do regarding to the areas of schools and hospitals? Because we are all talking about schools and hospitals. But the gospel truth, I have traveled to some parts of the country, and I can tell you that Nigerians are contributing 17% of GDP of other countries in terms of education and African foodstuff. And in Nigeria, we cannot even afford to even have the African foodstuff to eat. We cannot even afford to even go to that school in Nigeria. So these are the questions I want to mention. And the third question should be, what are you going to do for Nigerian police to enforce that law? Because here in outside the country, none of our children, none of us even know military. Which is the army people or the air force people, but we respect the orders of police. Ordinary surrender, police will just go past. Everybody, even if you are told you are working anyhow, you need to coordinate yourself. So
Thank you very much. The question is there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Where are you Devano from?
Yeah, my name is Chicks Devano from UK.
Hey, Chicks, how are you there, sir?
They're fine, ordinary.
Which part of
Thank
UK?
You for all the good things where you they do.
Thank you, sir. Which part of UK?
See your hand.
See my hand.
Yeah.
I said, which part of UK? Network. Which part of UK? Hey, yeah. The devil is a liar. Chooks, your matter, they took me for Liverpool. Call back again. Network. Hey, yeah. They must disgrace me. Make we come back to Nigeria. Hello, good morning. The phone don't hook. Hello, good. All of them are hooking. Oh, Salova, show it. Are you seeing what I'm saying? The two phones are hooking. They are showing processing.
They are in the state of Nigeria. Perpetually processing.
So continue with your answers.
Yes. Like our brother asked about Nigerian police and enforcement of laws of the land, I think it's important to give a context to our police and how they evolved or were formed in the first place. The Nigerian police wasn't set up as the Nigerian police. It was set up as far before Nigeria was even founded in 1901. And when they created the Northern and Southern Protectorates, and Nigeria became one in 1914. So the police was set up to protect VIPs.
Oh, only VIPs.
That's how the police was set up. In fact, it used to be called Hausa Constabulary to protect Northern VIPs. And then later it became, around 1901, the Queen's Constabulary to protect the interests of the Queen, from this point. And that's the trajectory is what is affecting our Nigeria police till today. They don't see themselves as servants of the people. They see themselves as protectors of the VIPs against the people. That is why, for someone like me, I have seen police in action. You can see a normal policeman, but when you enter station, you see animals. Before any question is asked, it's a slap from front, it's a slap from back.
Withdraw the animal and say opposite.
Yes.
Please.
No, I'm telling you my experience.
And your experience.
And I'm entitled to tell my experience because I'm going to preside over Nigeria very soon. Just don't worry about that.
Withdraw the animal.
Don't worry about the semantics. I tell them to their face when they beat me up that only animals behave that way.
Withdraw the animal.
Don't worry.
I'm worried.
You shouldn't worry because I'm a citizen of Nigeria. And you brought me here to express myself, not to cage what I have to say.
Yes, but you have to watch your words.
If you look at my nose here, it was broken by the police in January of 2021. My police officer here.
They broke your nose?
Yes. A police officer shot me in this Abuja at close range with a tear gas, what they call federal rioting, a riot gun. Only someone who is animalistic in behavior will shoot somebody at a close range knowing that that projectile could kill you. When I have not done anything, I was a protest that had not even started. So when I sued the police, I put it there in my affidavit, that the person who did it is an animal. The judge has not removed the word. So don't let us worry about semantics.
Ordinary has removed the word here because of regulation.
That's the choice. But I am saying that the police wasn't created to protect us, and we must create a police that understands that citizens are the most important components of the society they are protecting. And if we don't get to that point, we will not get a police that is responsible. But you've mentioned something that is very important as well, and I discuss this with policemen all the time I see them. If you don't humanize police, police cannot behave as human beings as well. If you go to a police barrack in Nigeria, you will know why they behave the way they behave. I'm telling you, you will be surprised at the level of degradation.
No sanity.
They don't have toilets. They don't have good schools. They don't live a good life. They don't have hospitals that serve the police.
Even army barracks now.
Yes, all of the barracks. It is the reason why I am going to abolish the barrack system as president of Nigeria. Instead, I will give policemen housing loans that enable them to buy whichever house they want to buy and pay back over 30 or 35 years. Very minimal amount to the federal. The government will subsidize the other part of it, so that when they finish the police job, they can move into their houses.
Oh my goodness! Yes, God bless you, sir.
Or while they are still in the police, they can get extra income from renting out the property if they decide not to live in that house. Because sometimes because of transfer, they can't live in the same place. And the moment you have a housing structure for the police, you can demolish the barracks and turn them to universities for police children or schools. Yes, some of the barracks are not even big enough to accommodate schools. People used to be proud in this country of going to army secondary schools because that's where you get the discipline and you get the right education that is deserving of kids. What happened to them? Nigeria has happened to all of these institutions. So we have to rebuild, retrain, but we must remunerate the police. There is no point paying bankers 300,000 naira as minimum wage, and the police that protects the money that comes to bank is earning 56,000 naira. How are you going to survive on 56,000 naira? And if you are paying a police officer that has an AK-47, 56,000 naira as monthly salary, you have just appointed or elected or employed an armed robber. That's what we have done. Anybody with weapon has double the power that ordinarily he should have, and they can use it if they are hungry to take care of hunger right there on the highway.
Not double times 10.
Yes. So you can't pretend that you have a police force that's underpaid, and you expect them to enforce the law. It won't happen. But what has happened with the VIP is that the VIP will not even use the AK-47 from the Nigeria police. They will buy their own. They will buy their bullets. They buy them bulletproof vests. So they make them at least look like humans. So their loyalty is to the VIP and not to the people. And already there is friction between them and the people. You cannot lie about it. People hate police.
Not all.
Well, most people, majority of our citizens don't have good experience with the police. So
that thing is changing now.
Yes. When you see the police, your attitude towards the police is that you are approaching an enemy. You are going into enemy territory. So you are naturally anxious about that interaction. And until the police starts to change that, and we try to make our police work the way they should work, we should not expect any changes to happen. I want, and I'm saying it before you today, I want and I will implement a minimum 250,000 naira minimum wage for the police. That is the least we
that
should
is constable.
Yes. Anybody that's joined the police, it doesn't matter, whatever the first ranking,
yes, you
are not receiving from our government anything less than 250,000 naira as your minimum wage. So that if you're earning 250,000, you will not be collecting 50 naira from a person who is earning 50,000 per month. You understand? When the New York City police was going to be reformed, what they did was, there was an officer who met with policemen. He said one of them should stand in front of him. And he stood there. He said, what will it cost to put a gun on your waist with a belt holding it, to have a nice haircut, and for you to go home and feel like a human being? It cost them $2,000 at that point. Now it's more expensive than that. And he said, for the transportation for policemen, I need only 2 policemen per vehicle. The back of the vehicle is temporary detention for people who are arrested. That was how they reformed their police. The police then started having what they call ComStat. They meet every month and they submit centrally the number of criminals or crimes that they have treated in their places, the names of the criminals. And so there's a central database for criminals. So if a criminal moves from Ondo State to Katsina, the police already knows if they catch him in the first place, because they have a central database, biodata for criminals in the country. Your vehicles must be in that central database. So if you are driving on the road and your vehicle license plate is showing that it's a Mercedes-Benz but it's put on a Toyota, you have already ticked me off as a police officer. And I'll put not a laptop, but a handheld device with the police. It might be their cell phone, but they'll be able to log into that central database. If someone is passing, they ask your name, you check first before you move. It is unbelievable that somebody will be kidnapped in Kaduna, somebody will drive them to Delta State, and no policeman will stop them on the road. Some of these crimes we are suffering in this country would have been reduced by almost 70% if you have a good policing system. And I tell you one thing, based on my interaction with policemen can almost tell psychologically when they see a criminal. You understand? But they are not doing that. If police wants to solve crime, they will tell you, if you meet a good policeman in this Abuja, he will tell you section by section where there are kidnappers, armed robbers, pickpockets,
But where they sell stolen property.
Exactly. They know where they sell stolen vehicles. They know who are likely to steal the vehicles. If you meet them and you say, there's a particular crime in a place, police will just hiss and say, nah, one guy. And when they go and bring the guy, if he's not the guy will tell them who did it.
Yeah, not be also.
I've heard this, and this is what I found out in my few days at Abattoir. They have guys all over the place. They even call them by their name. There's a joke they will say, I steal car, jam gate. The man know himself. I kidnap one woman, jam gate. He will come to the gate because they have identified them by their various criminal activities. Yes. But at the same time, because of their conditions sometimes, and because there's loss of command and control, and greed, policemen also connive with criminals in Nigeria.
Thank you. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Waiting your name. Where you develop from?
Thank you very much. I get through you today.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, ma.
My name is Happiness today that I get through you.
Happiness.
So I just want to contribute,
happiness from where, ma?
My name is Peace, but today my name is Happiness.
Okay.
My name is Peace. I'm calling you from the Republic of Ireland, Dublin.
Okay, Dublin. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I'm so happy to get through your number today.
You're welcome. I
just want to thank you for coming to the studio today. My own contribution is we all see how Nigeria is at the moment. Nigeria is I always ask myself this question, say, where would they start to amend Nigeria? Mr. Sowore is there in the studio today to tell us what they can do. And I just have a question to ask him, say, now, where he will start at the beginning, how he will start to amend Nigeria, from where to where? Okay. He will start from where? Is it from the security or from the authority? From where? Which office would they start to amend Nigeria? Yeah. Because that is a question I always ask myself. Yes, if I'm to be a president, where would I start?
Okay. Thank you.
The other president. Sir, please, there's one thing that bothered me since I was in Nigeria last year, January. Then there's something, when I'm Akwa Ibom State by origin. So when Governor Udom called to the studio, I was trying to call, but I wasn't able to get through. So my question goes in Akwa Ibom State, I was not lucky to be in school because due to finance, and I lost my dad at the young age and other things, so I was not able to go back to school. So when I was trying to get school in Akwa Ibom State, so I come to realize that the school system in Akwa Ibom is nothing to write home about. And the teacher that taught me in primary school was the same teacher that taught my mom. I come to get to secondary school JS1. The same teacher that taught my mom is the same one that I still meet in the school, which is in the Odriko Secondary School. And the school there is the teacher that have been there, you cannot transfer them. They go nowhere. And another thing was when I come home this year, I come meet the teacher that's from Akwa Ibom State. Is school is teaching in Port Harcourt. And I'm why is there's nobody graduated from Akwa Ibom school in some rural area, some village like that. That is if you ask them to write their name, they cannot even write their name, but they go from primary school, government primary school to secondary school, and they finish because definitely when you go inside the school, when it is a time of exam, teacher will tell you, say, if I raise my dictum, it's an A, the small one is B, so you should just write what they tell you as expo in the class. Because they just want you to get out of the school. So,
thank you.
So at least this is my thing, but you should help us to talk to our governor in Akwa Ibom State, which is Udom.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Maybe they go straight to the point, I beg. Good morning. Waiting be your name, waiting be your contributor.
Hello, good morning, sir. My name is Akayere Eserelu.
Calling from where? From where?
I'm calling from Turkey.
Turkey?
Ankara. Yes, sir. Okay. Ankara, Turkey. So the question I want to ask, this issue of... sir?
I did hear you.
Okay, I want to ask just one question. This issue of electricity for Nigeria. Because when they talk of security, this security, it starts from this electricity for Nigeria. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I did hear you. Now, no be me be presidential aspirant. They write your question.
I'm asking Mr. Sowore, sir. Mr. Sowore is who I'm
respond
asking.
To them.
So what I'm saying,
Yes.
Yes, what I'm saying is this what is it going to do in the issue of electricity for Nigeria? Because like other countries where you say light, if you want to talk of security, you cannot do anything about security without light. Like for instance, the whole street now, any person who gets small business, even person who gets cigarette, he gets light steady. And that light, he gets CCTV for his shop so that when he's off for night, if he go close from work, he go on the light, on the CCTV camera so that anything that happens, they can be able to get in touch with what is happening in that street. And it's like a law. Everybody will have their CCTV in all the shops to help security agency to know what is going on within the street and within the person's shop. So what if he become president, what he go do to give Nigeria constant electricity for Nigeria?
Thank you. Hello, good morning. After this one, you respond. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Naomi and I'm Devano for radio and TV telephone. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, waiting be your name. Where are you Devano from?
Good morning, His Excellency, my ordinary president.
Morning, ma.
Yes.
Wait.
My name is Elizabeth. Yes, my name is Elizabeth Hayford.
From where?
From London.
Okay, quickly.
Yes. My ordinary president, you're blessed. Thank you very much. I called last time. My question to Mr. Showale is the same question I asked last time. If you become the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, what are you going to do to champion the dignity of our senior citizens in the country?
Okay. Some social welfare package for senior citizens, right?
Yes.
Come again?
Social welfare package for the senior citizens, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, my ordinary president.
Thank you.
And then to you, my ordinary president.
Which question?
Hello?
To me, what?
To you, our ordinary president. I'm still expecting your call.
Oh, okay. For a private discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
So did you get the ending of my number, please?
No, I copied your number the other day.
Yes.
No, yeah. Yes. Thank you. Mr. Shawari, over to you.
Thank you very much. You can see from all the calls you are getting that the diaspora is very concerned about the development of their home country, Nigeria.
The few ones that came from Nigeria, that Hausa man that called in was telling me about his wife that has put to bed and there is no food for them to eat.
Yes.
That was what he told me.
Yeah, I did not understand what he was saying and how you were responding. But you see the diaspora has been very concerned. All the calls that are coming in are coming from Germany. They're calling from London,
Scotland.
I think the people at home have given up hope a lot. And when they call with problems. Those who are abroad call with solutions. Yes. And it's not the fault of the people at home that they are calling with. They are overwhelmed with problems. You could also understand that people at home may not be able to call you because of the cost of making phone calls. The cost of making phone calls abroad is almost nil, both local and internationally, depending on countries. But the cost of making calls at home is a burden on a lot of people. It was in Nigeria that I found out the first time that people, they switch off data, the same way they switch off generator for nights. It's Nigeria. In the US, I pay $50 a month. I have unlimited data, unlimited voice calls. Your phone can do almost everything except cook for you.
The internet is very fast.
Yes, and it's very fast. While our religious leaders were saying that 5G is handled by the devil, people have gone to only God knows which G they are at now. because this is part of the ignorance. Because somebody asked me about religious leaders. I don't dabble into religious matters. But what I know is that if there's good governance, religion will have its place, but it will not be so dominant that it will become an opium for the masses that they binge on. And people, because sometimes when I hear prayer requests in churches, I just wonder if God has the time to listen to some of those requests. You know, and I'm not religious. I'm not here to preach religion. Somebody said that I've not been going to churches and mosques for campaigns. I don't want to go to those areas because it has become an abuse of God to be going to church that you don't go to before election. You now start going to church.
And you may not go there
after the election, you will never go there. And a lot of leaders who go to church and mosque don't believe in God. If they believe in God, Nigeria will not be like this. That is the reality. So somebody also asks this whole thing about where will you start? Well, when they started destroying Nigeria, they started from somewhere. When we are going to be fixing it, we'll start from somewhere as well. But for me, like somebody really mentioned, it is electricity. Although security is priority now because is a bleeding that must be halted. But electricity will not only bring about security, it will bring about safety and economic development for the country. If Nigeria has electricity today, I think our GDP will just jump from this miserable 2 point something to, some 14% of growth. Because a lot of Nigerians have become innovators and creative on their own without relying on government. And if they find electricity to operate with, they would bring prosperity not only to themselves but to the nation and their families. Because the way things work for us here is that there's a trickle-down effect of revenue, of wealth. If I have 15 brothers and sisters combined, we used to be 20. I'm the first child of my family. I contribute to everybody. Not because I want to contribute, because I also want them, when they make it, to help the others. Yes. That's our own economic way of development. We help ourselves. In America, the opposite is the case. When I go to America, I saw a girl who was paying rent to her father. I was like, how can your father be collecting rent? She called me a month later that her father has driven her out of the house because she didn't pay the rent. Yes. They don't give a flying damn. The relationship is very transactional. But here, it is deep.
Her stepfather, her
own father, she was living in a room in her own father's house.
And she
did not pay rent for 1 month. The father ejected her from the house. If my father come to me and say he wants to eject me from a house, he might be the one who will be ejected from the house, because I have a sense of entitlement that if you brought me into this earth, you must be willing to take care of me. But where America says that after you are 18 years old, you are on your own. But here you will see a 50-year-old man, family is supporting him. You understand? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a cultural issue.
I'm the first child.
The reason why some of our parents have plenty kids.
Sorry, sir. Hello, Femi. Femi Usman, formerly of GT Bank, now of Eco Bank. He got some account numbers where I say make them send to you. I beg each account number send 100,000 naira to the woman.
Okay. Wanted to play the program to confirm.
No, just do it so that they can confirm to me before the end of the program, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry for interrupting you, sir.
The reason why you see many people have kids is that they look at a higher number of kids from the point of social security. Government is not going to take care of you. So you have plenty of kids. Some of them will make it, some will not make. But by the time they contribute 5,000, your monthly salary is already guaranteed. That is why most of our parents have. In countries that have social security system, people are even staying away now from having kids. Or women are having surrogate mothers. They don't want to carry the belly anymore. They ask other women to carry for them to term, and then they take over the child. So because they have systems that work for them. So what I'm saying is that electricity is number one top priority. And like someone did mention, if you have electricity, you reduce crime, even general crimes at night. If your street is lighted, there's likely to be reduction of crime than those people without street lights. That's natural. You can put cameras that are working so that you can go back and view them and know who the thief is that came into your country. Your neighborhood.
This electricity matter. You get one Baba, they call him Baba Mambila. He come, he say him and one organization don't conclude. Nigeria no go pay 1 kobo. Make Nigeria just give them the go ahead. That our Mambila this thing. They say they go do the electricity. We tell this former government, they no do. This government, after we don't announce everything, we can't hear the billions where they allocate for the Mambila.
For clearing
and up till now,
land, yes.
Nothing is happening happening at the Mambila.
So, but I wanted to also mention that electricity is no longer as difficult as it used to be because there are renewable energy sources that are available to make electricity.
Wind, sun,
biogas. We have biogas. Even this herdsmen crisis where they go through. If we construct ranches, the poo of cows can generate electricity. Urine can generate electricity for Lagos. The waste in Lagos State alone can generate electricity for almost the southwest if it is captured appropriately. There's been something in circulation in the last few days of a guy who is using gas from his soakaway to cook. Clean, renewable energy. He just hook it up to the soakaway. But some people are not using soakaway gas they are sniffing it because it also gets you high. Yes, it's a form of drug. So people don't understand this. And this is why I keep saying that Nigeria can never move forward with the kind of analog leaders that we have been electing.
Thank you. Finally.
They are backward. They don't have an idea of how to move this country forward. And those of us who are willing to move it forward, they have conditioned the people to hate their saviors. I am not calling myself a savior. I don't want to be compared to one. But there are a lot of people in this country who want to do good. You just mentioned a man now who said he wants to put Mandela to work without receiving a dime. The space in this country to do good has been reduced to nothing. And our people are more comfortable with people who come around every 4 years to lie to them, number one. And secondly, to give them peanuts from their own money. Somebody's going to give you, he's going to steal 50 billion naira, 500 billion naira, and he's going to give you 5,000, and you'll be praising him, carrying him on your head. I wanted to say, like, Gudaji was here yesterday, that's what I was saying, and he said he detected 89 trillion. Some people dispute it. Some people are even mocking him as we speak. I spoke to him a few days ago. They have sent the traditional ruler of his village to come and be putting pressure on him so that he will not carry the case anymore. But before Gudaji, in 2019, I discovered 500 billion naira that the central bank governor was discussing with his members of money that they lost in the central bank. I have the audio. I published the audio. Nothing was done. It was a month before his tenure was renewed. He got his tenure renewed. I even heard that he went and paid judges to keep me in detention. He arrested another guy, judge, this judge who was writing petition based on the report on Sahara Reporter. The guy spent over 72 days in Suleja prison under trial. So what I'm saying is that why do you neglect and ridicule your prophets, or people who are doing good, and expect your country to work? So as I'm sitting in front of you today, I am guaranteeing you a better life. And I'm not lying about it. Somebody asks, how can you do it? It is because everything I set out to do in my life, I've done very well. When I was a student leader, I was one of the young people in this country who brought democracy to this country. I have scars to show for it. 2 expulsions, about 8 arrests. When it was time to change the media landscape, like you were trying to do, I was one of the first persons in this country that set up an online newspaper that shook the establishment to the point that some of them have not recovered today. Yes. And it's still there because it was what I wanted to do. I started with a laptop. And I'm telling you that just with this small brain you're seeing here, this small frame of body, with a little bit of pot belly, because I'm older now. I'm here to change this country for good and for better and forever.
No, I know we can do better for him. I know we can do better for him. No. This is beautiful. Thank you. This is for you, sir. Be seated, sir. Thank you.
I'm just like every one of you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
My brothers, my sisters, if I looked on assisted time, don't they give us signal to do it, signal, make we begin pack kaya come for studio. You get one woman we call Jessica, tell her, say she too, say this 100,000 naira where they give women, say, see, if she get them, she go happy where. I don't know whether the woman there for studio. Madam, quickly, give her the microphone, Consultant Ike. Madam.
Ordinary
Yes.
President.
Yes, sir.
Make I stand for this one before
Yes,
you
sir.
give Madam.
Yes, sir.
The other time you buy form for one governor, it is time also for you to contribute to our own campaign too. So, Abi I lie? Embe.
Yes. Madam.
Sir?
No, just go back small, man. What be your name, ma?
Zainab Yunusa, sir.
Okay, you come from where? Lugbe.
Yes, sir.
And you say this 100,000 naira go.
Sir, I'm with my ATM from here.
Wait, will the 100,000 naira be very, very useful to you?
Very, very well, sir.
Are you serious?
In fact, it's going to Kaduna all the way to.
Okay, so Mokuna include her account number quickly. When I don't, just make sure she benefit from the 100,000 naira. And I want all of una where they collect, as una they pray for me, make una, because na commitment where I make during the 63rd birthday of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now load where I put for my head now they come out. So friends and well-wishers come, just all of us come together, say, see what thing we want to as seeing talk, say, one party, just make we touch people, some other people's lives in a positive way. My brothers, my sisters, if I look down on a system time, then they give us signal to do it in signal, make we continue to the not they go. I get one surprise package for una. Where is the mic? You get one lady where I stumble on when I go write exam yesterday for our school. I don't know whether the lady there here. Please come forward. Drop your bag by the side. Stand here. I'm going to ask you questions. My dear, waiting be your name.
My name is Mercy Hulu, sir.
Mercy
Hulu.
Waiting you advertised to me for car park as I've come out from exam hall yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Waiting you advertised to me.
Fresh juices, sir.
Like what and what? Which juice?
Okay. We have therapeutic ones and we have the regular ones for daily nourishment.
Which one is the therapeutic one?
We have the ones that help in regulating blood sugar so that people with diabetes can also take regular juices. And then we also have the ones for those who want to burn tummy fat, for those who want to flush excess sugar in the body, and for those who want to keep their BP regular. There are the dieting world has gone to the level that you can use normal food as your medicine.
Thank you. How many people I buy for yesterday?
You bought for 5, sir.
Okay. And then I can't enter motor.
Yes, sir.
Please, tell me a little about yourself. Tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, like I said, my name is Mercy. I'm a graduate of English, but I have huge passion for food processing.
What do you have in English?
BA English.
And she's selling?
And I have an MA Linguistics in view.
And she's selling zobo, selling kunu, selling watermelon.
And happily doing that. Happily.
I don't feel hungry, but give me something where I'm small. Just small one. In between. Chocolates. Before they go. Before they go tell my wife, say, anyways, my dear.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you
Yes, sir.
how proud of you I am.
Thank you, sir.
Not so many Nigerian young ladies would do what you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
While we were talking, I cited one of my lecturers.
Yes,
I
sir.
ran.
Yes, sir.
After that, I came back to you again.
Yes, sir.
We spent some quality time together.
Yes, sir.
That is because I am super proud of you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Consultant Ike, come. Give me your hand. I hand her over to you. You will take her to DG NAVDAC. You take her to DG NAVDAC. Oh my goodness,
Yes,
please don't cry. Whatever it takes to get her a NAVDAC number and a small mini factory where she will be producing these things, please let me know.
Thank you very much, Ordinary President.
There has to be a God in heaven. There just has to be a God. My friend is here. Please permit me to mention her. When I was coming out in the morning yesterday, because there was no one at home with my son, so I brought him to her to keep for me. She said, "You looked tired, like you didn't want to go out." I said, "But I have to do a duty calls. I love food processing, but I have had struggles with selling. So sometimes I produce. If I'm not able to sell, instead of letting it waste, I give to orphanage homes. But I keep at it." And then yesterday that I was so tired and I was not going to come out was when I met the game changer. There has to be a God in heaven.
What is the name of your company?
Menon Foods Limited.
Which one is this?
This is melon bath. It's got watermelon, pineapple, and ginger. Okay. Then this is.
You collect that one.
This is Morning Glow. It's orange and pineapple.
Okay. These are the two varieties.
Yes. Then this is just watermelon. Then there's Orange Delight. Because of the time, I couldn't make the other types because I wanted to make sure I'm here at the time you said I should be.
Now, is there anything God cannot do? Nothing. You see, when we talk about opportunity or opportunities in life, there are people that even when the opportunity comes to them, they are not prepared for the opportunity. In her own case, out of her struggle, she's been prepared all this while. Now God has confirmed her dream. My dear.
Yes, sir.
I know they will come for inspection.
Yes, sir.
I don't know where you live.
Kubwa, sir.
Is it a 2-bedroom apartment?
Yes, sir.
You may end up getting a place to live separately.
Yes, sir.
While you convert that your place of residence to your mini factory by the grace of God.
Amen, sir.
And for you to know, first of all, throughout yesterday, did I ask you about your name?
You didn't.
Did I ask you about your religion?
No.
Did I ask you where you came from?
No.
This is preparing you to know that the God that has brought me as an intervention in your life wouldn't have been comfortable with me asking you those questions.
Yes, sir.
You have to promise me that as you progress, as the company expands, your employment is not going to be based on religious, tribal, or ethnic sentiment.
It has never been, sir.
No, you have not gotten there. Just give me your word.
I give you my word. And to add to that, my best staff is Jafet Farouk. He is from Gombe State. I am a thief girl from Benue State.
A thief girl with no accent. Please, let's appreciate her. I want you to announce. Sir?
What's the TV accent? Sir? What is the TV accent?
The lolly is learning along the load. I want to tell you more. The lolly is learning along the load. My dear.
Yes, sir.
For you to know, today is Friday. I want you to come back next week Friday if God spares our lives.
Okay, sir.
Now announce your phone number. I promise you by the grace of God Almighty in heaven.
Yes, sir.
The God you and I serve. By Friday this time, you come back here as a millionaire.
Amen.
Just announce your phone number and see what will happen.
090 24 28 44 33.
You go repeat them again.
090 24 28 44 33.
Now, waiting make I ask her, make sure announce her phone number now. Anybody will be in the plan to support the ordinary president or to support Brekete family, please move the support to this lady.
My God.
Whatever thing you had in mind to support the ordinary president or to support Brekete family with it, please, I beg you in the name of God Almighty in heaven, transfer that support to this lady. Let us prove to her and prove to the other Nigerians that you may be making your little effort somewhere. You never can tell the dimension life will take tomorrow.
God.
Today is your day, my sister. Please re-announce the phone number for the last time.
090 24 28 44 33.
Thank you very much. Hello, Your Excellency, Distinguished Ambassador Chukudi, the Brekete family ambassador in Dubai. Good morning, sir.
Ordinary, good morning. How are you?
I did, Brekete.
You know, every single time you change someone's life, it gladdens my heart.
Yes, sir.
And that shows that God in heaven is happy with what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
I just want to appreciate you this morning.
They are calling.
I just want to appreciate you this morning for all you are doing for Nigerians, for the commitment, for everything you are doing for us. And I pray that God will continue to strengthen you, sir.
Amen, sir.
Honestly, and you will continue to make us proud.
Amen, sir.
Because you have made many millionaires in that country. You have revived people's lives. You have touched people's lives positively. And we that follows you because of what you do for the Nigerians, God will continue to strengthen you, sir. I will continue to pray for you, sir.
Amen, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank
Amen.
you so much for
Thank
what
you,
you have
sir.
done.
Yes, sir.
And whatever we can do, please let us know. We're always available, sir. God bless you.
Okay, Ambassador Chukudi.
My ordinary president.
I want all of you, the Brekete family ambassadors,
Yes, sir.
to raise a minimum of 1 million naira for her today before 12 o'clock and before 12 midnight today.
will be done, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
God bless you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Make we appreciate Ambassador Chukwudi. One of our Brekete family members in diaspora day for studio. Una know our tradition. When one of us come back to Nigeria, he go sit down for the ordinary president's chair. Why are they come now? They come. Una no go clap for him. Please sit down, sir. No. Please, sir. Please sit down, sir. Please. You are in charge now. You are in charge. You're going to introduce yourself, sir.
Good morning, Brekete family. My name is Anthony Anyauchedi. I'm from Imo State, Malno, but I'm based in Sweden. I came back yesterday.
From Sweden?
From Sweden, yesterday.
So you go shout 3 Hembe Lembe.
I'm so happy to see you.
Yes,
You're sitting here.
Where does
oh my God. Hembelembe.
Oh,
lo, lo, lo. Hembelembe.
Oh, lo, lo, lo.
Hembelembe.
Oh, lo, lo, lo.
Ha, hi, ha, hi, ha. Hembelembe.
Oh, lo, lo, lo. So, how you there, sir?
I did fine, sir.
I hope they are treating you well in Spain. In Sweden.
Yeah, they are treating us well.
Nabi?
Yeah.
Talk to the mic, sir.
They are treating us well.
Okay.
We have everything we need.
Okay.
But you give us hope to come back.
You guys are coming back any moment from now.
I believe.
As soon as we get it right in Nigeria,
I believe.
I will ask you all to come back. But for now, don't come back yet. Make we appreciate them. Make we appreciate them. Thank you. Make we appreciate them. Make we appreciate them. Yes, you want to talk something?
Yes, Ordinary President. You know, one of the things that I always feel very proud about, it's your sense of timing. I noticed one thing, and you can't ever be too old to learn about life and living. The young lady that just left this place now, I am very sure if she had met an oracle and he told her her life is going to be transformed today, she will go with less than 10% belief. But Ordinary President, I pray to Allah in His infinite mercy to grant you long life and good health. You know, when somebody, if you say, I don't want to cry in my life, define the kind of cry you don't want to cry in your life. Because may we cry the cry of joy and happiness. Did you see the tears in the eyes of that lady? That is an angelic tear. A tear from the bottom of happiness. You will never know sadness in your life. Your offspring will be better than in your lifetime. Your prosperity is not going to end with you. There are some generations that has prosperity. They finish eating the prosperity and they go and they leave poverty behind. Yours will not be like that by God's grace.
And you too, sir. All of us.
For all of us, let us learn one thing, that it is never too small to give. The Prophet of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, a smile is sadaqah, is a gift. You see somebody looking, sad, and you give the person smile. It is rewarding. You don't even have to give money. Sometimes what people need is just that attention, that listening ear. When he saw her yesterday selling her product, he could as well one thing, buy 500 naira on and walk away. But he took time to talk to her and brought out the best in her. We can all do this for ourselves. We must learn to be each other's keeper. Ordinary President, I want to thank you again.
Yes, sir.
For these lessons. I was telling somebody, I ever told you the story. Someone confronted me and said, you're close to this man. Please, I beg you in the name of Allah, tell us where he's getting the money from. I said, I will tell you. And I swear by Allah, that is what I know. I said, can you do it? He said he can do it. I said, you want to be like him? He said, yes. I said, I've tried it. I've not succeeded. He said, how? I said, can you empty your pocket and still beg for money from another person. He said, I have problem. I said, that's why you won't get money. This man will empty his pockets.
Not only empty him, I will borrow.
And he will borrow to meet an obligation. But then, the word of God said, a giver never lack. So, but we don't even have faith in the word of God that we preach. So we believe when you give, poverty will visit you. All of us should learn to be givers. As cheap as smile will be a long way. Ordinary President, I thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
We are always proud of you.
Thank you.
You are not a perfect human being.
Yes, sir.
We pray to Allah, that portion of yours which is not perfect, may Allah protect you.
And all of us.
You know, we all have our shortcomings.
Yes.
Where you are short, may Allah protect and perfect your cause for you.
Amen.
Bijay la hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-azim. Thank you very much.
Yes, Barrister, your mouth they do muy. But before you go talk, you get one of our Brekete family members we visit us from Lagos. Abi? Yes, sir. Oh yeah, please come now. Bianun.
Very serious and senior member. You.
Come now.
You. Nah, civil servant. No be evil servant. Na civil servant.
Okay, then.
Even here, civil servants they come.
But
Madam Nen Nakaje Melina civil servant.
Oh yeah.
Bridget, na civil servant.
Dr. Jumai,
na civil servant.
Oh yeah, give us 3 hem.
Olubumi Oti, na civil servant.
My name is Lawal Abdullahi. I came from Lagos. I reside in Lagos. Hembelembe.
Oh, lo.
Hembelembe.
Oh, lo.
Hai. Hembelembe.
Oh, lo. Thank you. Just give him the civil service to ordinary president.
My brothers, my sisters, if I look at and I see time that they give us signal to do it, say, make we pack kaya come out for studio. But before then, Barrister Ogo, your man they do muy.
Yes, my ordinary president, is the issue of giving people and borrowing. You know that time when I personally joined you newly, that they see small money. When you just get money, you go call me, Barrister Ogo, money don't enter. Come, let me bless you. I go just rush, use a taxi.
And I go tell you, say, if you no come quick,
you go finish.
You go soon finish. Yes. I go share for other people.
Yes, sir. But another thing why I be one talk, we say, when we reach Gariki office that time, I dey like relax. Maybe na 50K reach me. You go give me, I go like relax, make I gist with the ordinary president. If you waste time, you go collect your own back, give other people.
No, the money why?
The money go finish.
Like now.
So
this money
you go
I go just leave as if both why be.
No, that's what they do.
I go jackpot.
But if I share the one we give my hand, and people will still need help, I collect like 5,000 from you.
Before you money,
don't be only you they do that.
Even them don't do me one day.
You get one day where the president give me money before I finish, you come borrow the money back. I say, why I don't go quick?
You get one day where we dey Gariki office, even Mados, Amaka then dey there. He call Amaka say, may he ask everybody waiting we go eat. May her soul rest in peace. Now so I say chicken and rice. This one says swallow and this thing. Now him bring money. One woman come in say his son won't die. Now he say everybody bring back that money. And as per say I be junior lawyer wey hunger dey wire. Hunger wey they catch me that day, I vex.
As I don't gather already for your mouth.
You see, now the way God create me be that, and I just thank God the way God create me. If this lady they cry, but now me they cry pass her inside because of happiness. Say God use me. You know, you wanted to say something.
Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mary Agbi. I'm very privileged to be here because of my friend. There's a saying that when you walk with kings, even if you don't eat what the kings eat, you eat from the crumbs from the table. And because of that, I am here already. And today is my friend's day. But because I'm here with her, I want to believe that God will also bless me through her. I also came to advertise my product. I was here 2018 to complain, but I'm not here to complain today. I was here to complain because of the UWIN project, where I felt deprived of the 10 million naira, which they didn't even end up giving. And I remember that time I came with her juice. In fact, my cooler is still with you. You will not remember my face, but it was actually my friend's juice I came to advertise then. So I have been with her on this journey, and I'm very happy. But today I'm also here with my shea butter. When you were sharing 100,000, I was saying if I was picked, the first thing I would say is that I'm also pursuing a NAFDAC for my shea butter.
Okay, include her name in the 100,000 naira thing. And then I saw a lady. We started Brekete family together, only at a point in time when she saw the trouble getting too much, she ran away. But I will still be grateful to God for having Madam Dayo Oni with me. Please, let's appreciate her. Come forward, please. I just want you to learn not to ever run away from your trouble. Open. Introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, listeners. Good afternoon, my ordinary president. My name is Temidayo Oni. Thank you so much.
Okay. In your own case, because you be pioneer Brekete family, and I know how things be, put her name, give her 300,000 naira. Thank you. We started together. That time, if I go some ministries, na beating, they collect from ministries. Custom, they nearly killed me there. After beating me, cracking my ribs, they detained me. An American lady that I was following to British Airways to complain to recover her money for her from British Airways was the one that rushed to National Human Rights Commission, Public Complaints Commission, to tell them that they have killed me. As at the time they got there, I was unconscious. After pouring me water in the cell, brought me out, and that was how I continued. So, Dayo being a Yoruba lady, you know, so she left me, but we are still together forever. I will forever remain grateful to you. May God Almighty continue to bless you. Thank you. Manage the 300,000. You manage the 100,000 naira. While I was coming in, I saw a visually impaired lady. You can go back to your seat. How much is this?
1.5.
Somebody should help me pay for. Okay, sorry, I have some money here. How many do you have here? 10. That's 15,000. Okay. I don't know. Let me buy market. Count here. Let me see. I saw a visually impaired lady outside, and I picked interest. I think I have about 200 to 300 people outside, but I picked interest in her. And how many? Dear? Quickly now. No, it's more than 8,000. Count them well. Count them quick. Drop the handkerchief. Now so then they do. If na Igbo girl now, just shake the money. The money go talk to her. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go on and bring the 10. My dear, what is your name?
My name is Janet Pagbe.
Okay, where are you from? Come.
I'm from Kuje.
Waiting carry you come.
It's about house rent issue.
House rent issue. Where are your parents?
My parents, my parents are not around with me.
Are you living alone?
No.
Who are you living with?
We also live together with this lady here.
So 2 of them, they live together?
No, we are 5.
In that place? And you are the only visually impaired amongst them?
Yes.
Where are your parents there?
My dad is in Kano State.
And your mom?
My mom, they were separated since when I was 1 year old.
So where is she now? You don't know?
Yes. Yes.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
What do you do for a living?
Not inside school.
Which school?
Open University, sir.
National Open University.
Yes.
What are you studying?
Political science.
What level are you?
100 level second semester.
100 level second semester.
Yes.
Which center are you using?
Soccer center.
How do you manage to go to school?
It's through individual that God touch, anyone that God touch that assists me.
So how much is the house rent?
It's 150, sir.
And you are 5 in number?
Yes.
So 150 divided by 5, right?
Yes.
Madam, why you never pay your own part of the money?
I don't have it.
Which work you they do?
We are together with my children. My children, they are 3, so plus me and Shida is 5. Because the time since I was sick, so my husband abandoned me with the 3 children. So she's the one, she's my friend. We have been working together. I was doing housework. So because of that, I sick. So my husband abandoned me, said that he's not the one that gave me the sickness. He run away from me from this 5 years old now. So she's decided to say, I don't have anywhere to live. I don't have parents. She said, I should come and stay with her. I say, yes. So I tell her, but I don't have anything to be supported. She said, let's just leave everything for God. Say that God will do it for us.
Madam, you are going to start something. You cannot stay and be depending on a visually impaired person. You will get eye. We supposed to take care of her. Now you currently depend on her. It is which kind of business you go fit do?
So I learned hairdresser, but I don't have the money to get my eyes to open the shop. And sometimes I used to follow people to the farm. When I go there, if I follow person to farm, they will not give me some small food. I will not take it. That is why we used to manage it.
So you know how to farm?
Yes, sir.
Very well, I be small.
Very well.
Like waiting you fit farm?
All vegetable and granite, corn, beans, rice. Corn.
Call Dr. Jeremiah Madu for me. Excuse me. If she not pay, will you call FCT minister for me? Make I pick my China phone. I bet make one. Please, we will soon round up, sir. Please, we are sorry, sir. Please, we are sorry, sir. We are sorry, sir. We they call Dr. Jimmy. The people where we send their account numbers, una don't get the alert. Kemi, take now. Go and give them wherever they are. Let them confirm quickly.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, ma.
My ordinary president, I testify to the, on behalf of all the recipients, I testify that I have gotten my own.
You have